For the past 3 days, solidly, we've been dealing in stories and some oranges and poems, in feelings and in snapshots and pieces of our own lives, and mixing that in with traditions. And so I want to begin the first story, and there's a kind of arc of stories involved here. The first story is a Native American story about how the world comes apart. The second story is an African story about how a boy follows his dead father into the underworld in order to learn how humans suffer pain but also have gifts. And then the last story towards the end of the session is about how the world burned all the way down to ash, and then through the grace of rhythm and song and beauty, it's found its way back into growing green again.
I'm completely just convinced that this work is what's needed. It's the real medicine that this world needs, you know. This work is cutting right so much to the core of like just the wounds of what's wrong. And I pray that this reaches people, you know, and that more people can be involved in this, you know, and immersed in it, because I have been for the past 4 days, and it's it's no words, man. No words.
It just blew my mind. One, I didn't know what I was walking into, and then second, like what I walked into was just amazing.
So we've been here for 4 or 5 days, I don't even know anymore, with very young kids who are in danger in their neighborhoods and all, writing poetry, singing songs, telling stories, and trying to bring the elders in the community together with the young people for the purpose of mutual blessing, and particularly for protecting and honoring the spirits of young people. The cave is the human soul, in which the garment of the world is always being made. The black dog is the trouble that comes into every person's life. We wish it wasn't there, and yet it's that trouble that causes us to be creative. Now many people say, curses on that black dog. If it wasn't for the black dog, the old woman would finish the garment, and it would be a perfect thing of beauty. Many people say, the troubles in this world are caused by that black dog. The old people of the tribe say, think about it more carefully. Consider it from another angle. Remember this, that old woman is the old woman of this world. That old woman is weaving this world. The garment that she's making is the elegant green growing and culture rainbow garment of the entire world. And remember this also, that to finish something, to make it perfect, is also the end of it. So that if the old woman were ever to finish the garment, then the whole world would end.
It's necessary to stop the violence and the pain and the suffering. It's necessary so we can create understandings between people. And it's happening, although we don't see it completely manifest in society. It's happening because a lot of these kids want to do this kind of work. And so even within themselves, even the change within themselves is what's happening.
Our job is like the young people being born into this troubled world, is to pick up a thread and make a poem of the trouble of our lives.
This skillful, solace-seeking sailor showed sincerely he couldn't keep it together, cause soon my sandcastle would fall apart.
To forgive or forget is not my question. It's who do I love and put all my trust in. It may sound bad, I don't feel for my dad, but what I've been through keeps me sad.
But now all I want is to be that pure baby girl crying out in a no window, no door room, wanting nothing more than to come out and be free.
Poetry brings out the best of people. You know, it's like it offers them like a second chance at life almost, you know. And a lot of these youth, like it's been said, they're at-risk youth. They come from disenfranchised areas all over the city, all over California, all over the states. And so they use poetry to get that second chance in life and move forward with a lot of the struggles that they're facing in their everyday life. So poetry is a lifesaver.
What young people bring is the very medicine we need for the whole society to get healed, to get better. And a lot of it is their own creativity, imagination, their words, their poetry, their song and dance. When that really gets out there and gets seen, it congeals the whole culture, the whole community.
Learning used to be considered a sacred activity in which you brought the spirit out of young people. You didn't just teach them by rote and by memory, but you brought their own spirit out. And so today we were bringing the spirit out and dancing with them and trading poems.
Officer Cookie, you can kiss my ass. Exploiting my skills and passions from my past. Officer Cookie thought she knew me, but she misunderstood. Officer Cookie is a black dog in my neighborhood. I'm tired of the man cramping my style. I'm tired of the man cramping my style.
The birds came back and sang me one last song. Like the homie Joseph said, I hope I know you people until the day I'm gone.
Swallowed by the city's arms, I was charmed by a dark midnight flock that would fly high while the devil's cry would serenade my life. And I fled this dream till it became reality, and my mother screamed for me as I drowned deeper in the seas of poverty. A naive, immature hawk flying with flocks, I clocked a Glock and sparked a shot at my own heart.
This is not my war, I protest, but otherwise I know it's the only war there is, and reluctant or not, we're all in the big boat going home. But I want resignation, I want peace. Sometimes when I'm not too tired, I want bliss. So today, I just gotta hear the song played real slow so that I can rest my bones.
There's something about being creative and imaginative that allows you to really see the creative, imaginative aspect of nature itself, the regenerative power of nature. We have it within us. It really aligns us. And being creative, I think, is being the most human. That's really where we're the most complete as a human being, is when we're most complete as an artist, creative person.
This is the strongest model that I've experienced in all my years of doing social work and also being at-risk youth myself and going through group homes, shelters, foster care, being homeless. I think what Michael has down is the relationship. He really focuses on building a relationship but also helping, leaving the space open for everyone else to also build relationships amongst each other.
He can relate to us. Although he's an elder, he can relate to the youth. And Luis, the same thing. He comes from the streets. He relates to our experience as youth of color. And so both of them in combination, they bring so much richness. It's amazing. We believe in them, and we believe in ourselves. When that happens, we believe in ourselves. So that's beautiful.
I can express my ways on a piece of paper and let it out to people instead of me having to do it in other ways like either violence or trying to like hurt myself. So I had my first time doing poetry, but now they got me writing. So it's a strong passion for me. I'm glad I really came, and it gave me joy.
Canero.